What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Keto Rewind. I am Jess. Thank you for clicking on today's video. I have two of my favorite things in one recipe. If you're like me, you love a good ranch dressing. I don't care. I just love ranch, and it doesn't satisfy me to change up the ingredients to avocado oil or something else that makes the ranch a lot more healthy than the traditional ranch that is with soybean and canola oil. Like, I just love myself a Hellmann's or a Duke's mayonnaise, and I can't lie, I do. But I cringe at the ingredients because they go against everything that is healthy. So if you've been a fan of this channel for a while, you know I am also all about that protein. So I found a recipe that combines my two favorite things and takes away the crap. We're making a protein ranch dressing. No canola oil, no seed oils, just a basic, delicious, high protein ranch dressing that you can use to embellish or add on to the protein macros that you're already gonna be having and the proteins found in the dressing. So anything on top of that is a great, you're just winning, right? So this dressing works well in those dressings that call for ranch. And so not only are you changing out that ranch, but you're adding protein to those recipes too. So this is a game changer. So we'll do that. But first I'm gonna run to the store and get the stuff I need to make the dressing because I use so much of the secret ingredient. I bet you know which secret ingredient this contains by now. But I'm out, so we gotta go get some. And then we'll get this video started because tonight's dinner is going to be a buffalo chicken salad with a protein ranch dressing. And if you watch the video all the way to the end, I might throw in a delicious, easy, high protein dessert too. So let's get this video started. I'm off to the store, see you in a bit. I swear every time I leave my house, it costs me $100. And I just want to thank the sponsor of today's video, a new sponsor too, Hiya. Hiya is a pediatrician approved super-powered chewable vitamin that's great for kids of all ages. I personally was pretty done after we had our last cold in this house, and I wanted to start researching kids vitamins and kids probiotics. So Hiya is manufactured in the USA, globally sourced ingredients, sugar-free, non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, gelatin-free, all that jazz. Definitely clicked all my boxes.
Did you know that 93% of kids don't eat enough veggies and fruits?
Hiya arrives straight to your door on a pediatrician recommended schedule. Your first month comes with a reusable glass bottle your kids can personalize with stickers. Then every month after that, Hiya sends a no plastic refill pouch of fresh vitamins. Typical children's vitamins are really candy in disguise. 2 teaspoons of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and gummy junk.
I like the Hiya ones better because they taste better. Me too.
So if that sounds good to you, you can use my link down below or click on the link in the description box and get 50% off your first order. So head on over to hiyahealth.com/keto rewind.
Thanks, Hiya, for sponsoring this video.
Alrighty, so let's start with making the protein ranch dressing. I like to make the dressings up ahead of time. I like to store them in the fridge. They're easy to have ready. One less thing you have to do when it's time to get the hustle and bustle out the door. Tonight we have volleyball. Normally it's either a volleyball or softball, so there's always something after, and it's just so much easier to just do the hard parts now while the kids are in school and the calm is happening. So I do want to turn my camera around real quick and show you what we have as far as ingredients goes. I am gonna make a 2-ingredient fudge at the end of the video, so those are for later, and I always have a friend following and watching my every move. So as for the dressing, this is all you need for the protein dressing. Cottage cheese, sour cream, Greek yogurt, and mind you, if you want to make this more keto than low fat, you can get low fat versions of all of that. So I just got I have regular sour cream, but I have fat-free and low fat cottage cheese and Greek yogurt. But you can play with that to make it fit into your macros. spices, and then of course a lemon. So this is not my recipe. I will link down below her Instagram, and anyways, go check her out. So you're gonna start off with a half cup of cottage cheese. I like to use my scale. It makes it a lot easier to measure. So a half cup is 113 grams. And I have already smoothed out, whoa, that's way too much, this cottage cheese. Now remember, this cottage cheese usually has curds. So I had, in a previous video, which I'll link, showed you how I just make the whole container at once smooth. It's a game changer because then you can just go ahead and start cooking. All right, so that is all set. And next I need 1/4 cup of both the Greek yogurt and the sour cream. So that is 60 grams of sour cream. All right. Right, one more. There we go. 60 grams. And this one says, this one doesn't have the easy measurement, so I am just going to scoop 1/4 cup. The old-fashioned way works too, you know? And for future reference, I'll look at how much 1/4 cup weighs. All right, 76 grams. Next, we're gonna, depending on if you're making this a more keto or low fat, I'm just using half and half, but you can use milk. You can use almond milk to keep this dairy free. I guess it's not dairy free. But you could use almond milk, regular milk, heavy cream, depending on what you're doing personally. So 3 tablespoons. A half of a lemon juiced. So let me give that a roll. I'm just gonna hold my hand to catch any seeds. And there's no seeds. Half teaspoon of salt. Half teaspoon of garlic powder. You could use minced, you could, you know, I'm just following the recipe to a T because again, that's what they said sounds good. 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Half teaspoon of onion powder. And it's always good to make up ranch dressing and to keep it in your fridge because you can make so many recipes with ranch dressing. So definitely this is a great one to keep in the house. So last but not least, tablespoon of dill, parsley, and fresh would have been best. But I didn't like the ones at my grocery store. They didn't look pretty, so we're gonna go with dried. Whoop, that's a lot, Jess. All right, and that is all of the ingredients. Next, I'm gonna get a whisk and give that a quick little stir and a taste test. Can honestly say cottage cheese is having a year. And I am here for it. I mean, so many creative recipes have come from cottage cheese of all things. So let me give this a whisk to make sure it's all mixed. And there you have protein ranch dressing. And you get to be generous with this because it's very low fat, very low carb, and it's high in protein for a dressing. All right, the moment of truth. All right, now, the moment of truth. I'm gonna try some dressing. Wow. If you didn't tell me that this wasn't a mayonnaise-based ranch, I would totally think this was a traditional regular ranch. Wow. Woo, so good. I'm so excited that I stumbled across this. I'm like, this is going to be such a great recipe to share with you guys. So anyways, I'm gonna pour this into our little container, and then I'll be back later when it's time to prep the delicious salad. Alrighty, so the next recipe is a 2-ingredient fudge. With Mother's Day right around the corner, I thought it'd be a great idea to have something decadent for mom. And this will keep you on track. This is what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just doing a normal day because I'm picking me. And I'm gonna put me first on Mother's Day. So I'm gonna make this up ahead of time, and this recipe's also from Little Sipper. I'll put the the Instagram here and link down below. But this is a great way to customize it again to fit your macros, because I am going to use some Lily's chocolate chips. These are the dark chocolate chips, but if you want it to be sweeter, you could add sweetener. You could use unsweetened chocolate. You know, just pick however way you like your chocolate and make this dish. So I am a big fan of dark chocolate, but if you like milk chocolate, go for it. The main thing is just do you. So I am gonna measure out a half cup of chocolate chips. All right, I'm gonna put that in the microwave until it's melted. Half cup, 339 grams of blended cottage cheese. So there it is. We'll take 340, close enough. Okay, and now I'll be back when my chocolate chips are melted. Okay, so I have melted chocolate chips. I did not add anything to it. It's just straight out of the bag, and I did 30 seconds on my microwave with an additional 15, and then that was all my microwave needed. Don't overdo it because you'll dry out your chocolate, okay? So next we're gonna add this right to our cottage cheese, and then we're gonna blend it together. And that seriously is all there is to it. And again, if you like your chocolate sweeter, all you need to do is a sweeter chocolate or add some of your favorite keto sweeteners, low calorie sweeteners. All right, here we go. And there you have it. So let's put it in a container. So I'm just using this like meal prepping sized with some parchment paper. And I'm just gonna pour it right in here and smooth it out. Just think of the flavor combinations you could do with this. You could eat it just like that, as like more of a mousse, or let it spread out and make it into fudge like we're doing. You could top it with PB2, nuts, depending what fits in your macros, clearly. You could top it with more chocolate chips, you know, any sugar-free candy. The options are endless. So here we have it. And I'm gonna top it with just a little bit more chocolate chips. And there you have it. So I'm gonna pop this in the fridge, and we'll be back for when it's time to eat this for dessert. Okay, so I am going to dice up some romaine to make the buffalo chicken salad, some cucumbers. I have my roasted red peppers already done. I just gotta put those on the salad. I have cheese in the fridge, dressing, and then the chicken. So I'll dice everything up and I'll meet you back when it's time to assemble. Okay, so at this point, I have a little over a pound and a half of just chicken breast. I'm gonna start my burner and let that cook through until it's done, and then we'll add the buffalo sauce to it. I have my romaine diced up. I've got Persian cucumber, and then I also have my toppings. So I will be back when this is done cooking. Oh, and can we talk about this salt and pepper shaker? These are gravity-fed grinders, so you can use the full, like, big chunks and grind it down, but all you do, literally, is that, and it automatically grinds. This way, fresh salt and pepper. So these were an Amazon must-have that, oh my gosh, I need a set for my table too. Okay, so now that my chicken has been cooked through, I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of butter and a half cup of hot sauce. As soon as that's all melted, it is ready to get on the top of my yummy salad. Here is my salad. I have the bed of romaine, I have the roasted red peppers, and the cucumber. Put the cheese on first, then the dressing, and then the chicken. So I'll be back with the finished product. Okay, so here's the finished product. I have 6.5 ounces of buffalo chicken. It's a little hot right now, so I'm gonna let it cool down before I put it on my salad. But I was a lot more generous with the dressing because the macros are so much better. So I have a little bit, 1 serving of cheese on there with the, I don't know if you can see the roasted red pepper. We have some cucumber and romaine. So that is a delicious, high protein and delicious, satisfying dinner. And here is the delicious fudge. Now, if you want it to be sweeter than this, you just be a little bit more chocolatey than this. You just add more chocolate. But this is how I like it, so that's how I made it. But here is the chocolate fudge. Does that not look decadent or what? And I decorated a little bit on the top with some more chocolate chips, just for some fun. But think of all the flavors combinations you could put in here, especially with like PB2 or peanut butter powder. So yeah, anyways, this is my delicious treat. And yeah, so hope you enjoyed this video.